let's have a chat about the state of politics in Australia. Now, the Greens mob bleat on about the plight of asylum seekers and what an injustice it is to have them in offshore processing. We note they're surprisingly silent when asked if they think it's more just to have thousands of them drowning at sea and making people smuggling the number one export of Indonesia. OK, Greenies, one and all, answer this one question, please. How many have drowned at sea since the coalition have come to power and stopped the boats? How many have died at sea? None, people. None have died at sea. Yes, we had one death in a camp, but they put themselves there, not us. If you don't want to be in a camp, don't break into our house. That's what these folks are doing. They're breaking into our country. Come in via the front door by all means, but don't smash a window and climb through the thing. Not good form, folks. Let's face it, if these people are really refugees, how can they afford to pay thousands of US dollars to people smugglers? Economic refugees, perhaps, but not those in real need. What about the thousands of poor buggers who can't afford to pay anyone to get out of the hellholes they live in? These are the real refugees. These are the ones that really need our assistance, not the rich and educated that have worked out how to use our system so that they can live for free on our public purse. Let's get a life, people, and see Australia for what it's become. It's an overpriced place to live, where people live beyond their means, including the government. We've become non-competitive thanks to stupid labour relations policy and inflated working wages and conditions. There's no more flexibility in the workplace, where someone who goes to uni or school can get a part-time job on weekends, because the fools in Canberra have created a situation where employers have to pay such high penalties. It's just not cost-effective to employ people. So the battlers can't get a part-time job. What use is this, I ask? Absolutely no use at all. Here we have union-driven policy enacted by Labor twits in Canberra, which kept the union bosses happy, but stuffed up a perfectly good HR system. So the outcome is unions happy, which, as you recall, is a very small percentage of Australians, but the country is right royally rogered. If you think that having Holden and Ford and Toyota, etc., leaving Australia and sacking the workforce is a problem, think again. The real issue is the thousands of small business operators who quietly sack half a dozen people and close or downsize operations because they can't afford to pay the stupid wage claims put on them by out-of-touch wages policy that was supported by the tree huggers and the lunatic labour mob. People, it's time to think. What do you really want your Australia to be? Were the Howard years really that bad? We had prosperity, sustainable growth, no debt, security, productivity. Not that bad, we would suggest, but it won't please everyone. And the Hawke-Keating years were pretty good too. Let us leave you with a quote. Think about this. What have we learned in 2066 years? The budget should be balanced. The Treasury should be refilled. Public debt should be reduced. The arrogance of officialdom should be tempered and controlled. And the assistance to foreign lands should be curtailed, lest Rome become bankrupt. People must again work instead of living on the public purse. Cicero said that in 55 BC. So what have we learned? Evidently, nothing at all. Thanks for your time.